Hey guys, it is Mike with Become the Night. Welcome back to another Song Suggestion Friday. This is the show where you guys put your suggestions in the comment section of songs for me to listen to and give you back my opinion. You only get to suggest one song. If you suggest more than one, you will either be ignored or deleted, one or the other. I pull a number of these songs from the comment section. I throw them on a poll. The patrons on Patreon who pledge $5 or more a month get to vote on which songs that I review. If you would like to take part in that poll, you can go to the link in the description. Pledge $5 or more to me every month, and you can also take part in that poll. Patrons vote on them. I take the top ones. I listen to them. I give you my feedback. I grade them on a plus, minus, equal sign scale, and that is based upon whether or not I would go seek them out again. Let's begin. Dance of Eternity by Dream Theater. This is basically a reprise of several themes from earlier in the album, and all of which, this entire album is a reprisal of part one, if you will, Metropolis part one. This almost kind of acts as a real interpolation of Metropolis part one, kind of like an overture. The staccato, odd-timed rhythm parts and certain parts of the song really helps sell the dance feeling of the song. Holy shit, that bass solo, that thing was ripping. That blew me away. It's very rare you get to see John Mayung really show off. This is from what is arguably Dream Theater's best album, and I would say arguably also the best mix they ever got. It's an instrumental prog rock venture, so it's like a really high likelihood that I'm gonna love this song. It has an awesome blend of several theory styles, to name a few: classical, rock, jazz, Latin, atonal, and it absolutely showcases the prowess of all of the musicians. If I had to make a critique, I would say maybe it's just a little much. It's very jam-packed with a lot of information, and I haven't listened to this particular song a whole lot. I have listened to the album a number of times, but I typically don't actually listen to this one. They might have been able to get away with cutting off a minute or two. Total grade for this song, plus sign. Symbolic by Death. They got a kick-ass riff in 6/4, which if I recall, is that the chorus riff? I'm not sure. I don't think there is a chorus in this song. I'm mixing shit up. Either way, that riff in 6/4 is kick-ass. It feels very natural, and it also does not feel waltzy like a 3/4 would. It is typically not my type of guitar tone, but it sounds damn good. This is also not really my vocal type either, but it does fit the song well. There's a really weird solo at 2 minutes and 30 seconds that, like, you can definitely tell the guy is really talented, but I've just never heard phrasing like that before. It's really bizarre. I actually enjoyed it. Then from there, it takes off into a really kick-ass solo in the more traditional death metal style. This is very solid metal. It has cool riffs, it has well-balanced aggression, has a display of prowess, very aggressive vocal type, and altogether not too overbearing, at least to me. I might have mixed the drums a little differently, but that's about it. The bass kind of disappeared in the mix, but that's just really a more broader genre problem that's not specific to this band. Total grade for this song, equal sign. Self-Esteem by The Offspring. Always have hated that intro. This is just raw-ass fucking rock. I really enjoyed the bass tone that they went with. I have never liked the vocals for The Offspring, but I grew up with it, so I'm just kind of like, This song is extremely catchy. And the thing that really kind of pissed me off a little bit was they do that thing where they just go, yeah. It's just making noise for the sake of making noise, which is something I complain about every once in a while in pop music, but I understand it does have a place. I absolutely love that guitar tone. It just has so much attitude in it. Now, I mean, granted, the riffs are pretty stupidly easy, but I mean, it doesn't even matter. That guitar is just freaking huge and in your face. Also has a very good drum sound that feels kind of grounded with just a little bit of room, nothing too big but nothing too dry. The song is pretty repetitive, but I really don't mind it. Again, I think it's because I grew up with it. My enjoyment of this song is absolutely tainted by my childhood, plain and simple. Total grade for this song, equal sign. Soulburn by Meshuggah. That intro chugs. Oh yes. Holy cow. And then when the drums fully come in and they get all syncopated and shit, I loved that. That was awesome. And I actually like these growls. Parts of the song kind of remind me of Pantera, if Pantera was gentrified. And wow, that guitar solo, like, what the fuck was that? So fucking weird. I loved it though. It was really cool. Now, the kick and guitar are mixed so well together. They got a very low punch you in the face tone. It's great. There's lots of tack on the toms, which really helps with blending it together with the high end of that bass too, which you can actually hear the bass in the song, believe it or not. Song is just extremely rhythmically driven, and that stuff's very fun to me. Total grade for this song, +. Friday, Friday by Rebecca Black. First thing that I noticed is this song is very loud. They absolutely smashed that thing with a compressor. The intro vocals sound very shitty. And the normal vocal sound that she does throughout the song kind of sounds like a nasally auto-tuned robot. They sound extraordinarily unnatural. Like, it's almost a feat of mankind that they could accomplish this. It's not actually a terrible pop beat, meaning like her background music, it's just way the hell too upbeat. It feels unnaturally happy. The lyrics, as we are all aware, are fucking garbage. Almost like because they're so bad that they're funny, it's like they tried to make them this bad on purpose. And then of course the infamous chorus. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised that I've made it through this song. I was really contemplating ending it all. Now, to be fair, this was her freshman attempt and she was very young, so we should be able to cut her some slack. But dear God, like the stupidly obvious, like just dumb, straight dumb lyrics. Like, who thought this was a good idea? I don't consider this song a curse. I consider it a blessing, just because we get to look and ogle this wonderful human marvel. Total grade for this song, -. Take Me Out by Franz Ferdinand. I absolutely hated this song for the longest time. This song came out during my metal elitist phase of my life. What do you mean phase, Mike? I listen to a lot of different types of music now, so fuck you. This falls into a very similar description as what I would have described Self-Esteem. It's very much not oriented towards any type of technical proficiency. It's really more about the attitude. One of my biggest complaints, fuck that out of tune, annoying, pathetic tone, terribly performed, terribly written guitar riff. I fucking hate that riff. Hate it. It literally sounds like that guy had been playing for like maybe 2 years and then walked into a studio. There is a ton of attitude in this song, and the drums and bass are balls tight. I guarantee the song would not be nearly as popular with anyone if those drums and bass were not balls tight. I used to really despise his vocal style, but now I've just kind of grew to accept it, and I can almost enjoy it now. Total grade for this song, =. Money, Money, Money by ABBA. I actually forgot about this one. I had listened to this before. Is it bad that I actually liked this song? It does have some real soul in the musicality and in the lyrics. The production is very clean, the bass sounds great, has a kind of haunting and melancholy sound. I absolutely love that keyboard run in the verse, where it goes to the 1st degree, 2nd degree, 3rd degree, and 5th degree of the scale. Really quick run. The vocals are actually very good, and for phonetically singing the lyrics, well done. It's well written and has good instrumentation. I would personally slightly alter the instrumentation. I mean, it's not that it's bad, it's just my personal tastes. It was very, very bass and keyboard heavy. Total grade for this song, =. The Evil Has Landed by Queens of the Stone Age. Very interesting intro. They bring all the fuzz in this one. Holy cow, there's some fuzzy guitars, man. The riff, what I thought was the intro, it wound up being the chorus riff. The rhythm in that is very cool. It's like a little bit off and a little bit unorthodox. I like it. I really, really, really dig the verse. It has a really cool rock riff under a very cool vocal line. I would say the guitar playing is quite reminiscent of Jimmy Page, both in the rhythm work and in the lead work. And even the drums slightly remind me of John Bonham. That bridge was freaking kicking, dude. That thing kicked ass. And actually the favorite part of that bridge to me was the way that the drums were just grooving it and they were working that snare so tasty. Oh, it was nice. The lead line was very simple, but exactly what it needed to be. Then when the actual guitar solo came in, it was very Jimmy Page. Very Jimmy Page. The ending was appropriate, though I could have personally used a little bit more tension than drums, maybe doing some half timing on the drums at the end. Total grade for this song, +. The Only by Static X. Need for Speed Underground. I am far too familiar with this song. It was like my favorite song off of that game, so I just had that one only on repeat forever and ever. I'm way too familiar with it, so I'm going to like this. This song definitely inspired one of the riffs for another song that I wrote, which I will not disclose to you at this time. Lots of layering and beautiful syncopation between the guitar and bass in the verse, which you like never hear in this genre of music. The vocals are great. They're not a traditionally good voice per se, but so cool, like really well affected. The chorus is great, though I wish they would have ended the melody line for the vocal part a little bit differently. Just always felt awkward to me. The second verse is the best. That's the part I always look forward to in the song. They do an excellent job of making it feel like a pre-chorus when in fact it is a verse. And that guitar solo, that Cobain-inspired guitar solo. That bridge is awesome. That's super headbangable. I should have fucking put that in my headbang challenge, maybe part 2. This song did very well by keeping it so short. It's only 2 minutes and 50 seconds, and they said everything they needed to say. It could have been very easy to say more than you needed to, and they got in a very complete, concise, well thought out package. Total grade for this song, +sign. Peace Sells by Megadeth. I missed the Megadeth train when I bought my ticket on the Metallica Express, so sorry guys. Mustaine's vocals in the verses of this song are actually very good. They're appropriate and they're effective, but as far as when he actually sings, God, I hate when he actually sings. Dave, I think you're a super cool dude, but fuck, man. This song is basically comprised of cool classic metal riffs and like what the fuck's going on lead work. I've just heard it before. It doesn't have the same appeal to me as it would have if I was younger. Very likely that's the case. Or I don't know, I've never actually had a great affinity to Megadeth. I mean, I don't hate them by any means. Just for me, they got some really cool riffs. They got some amazing lead work, but all in all, I think I would take Metallica. I will say though, the message is really cool. That's one thing I gotta give props to. This is also one of the few metal bands that tends to put emphasis on the vocals. They kind of pull the music back in order for the vocals to come out more. If only he had hired a singer. For 86, this production is not bad at all. As a matter of fact, I would say it was better than the production on Puppets. There's not a whole lot to say here musically, except for the ending. The ending builds a fantastic tension at the end with some like, I wouldn't call them lead lines per se, but kind of accenting guitar lines, harmonizing and running down, and fucking just the vocals. The vocals. Total grade for this song, =. Now it's time for my suggestions. My first suggestion to you this week is Mission Possible by Soften the Glare. I was literally introduced to this song last weekend. The song kicked ass. Has the bassist from Mudvayne, by the way, has some kick-ass bass lines in there. Kind of has a Satriani feel a little bit. Very cool beats, all around cool. My next suggestion is one that you guys introduced me to, which is Feathergun by Rishloo. I should say Feathergun in the Garden of the Sun. I don't know why I love this song so much. It has such a huge passion, like a really huge passion. Very untraditional way of doing a rock song in the sense of like, just many different ways. It feels very familiar yet very new. It's great. And then my last suggestion this week is This One's On Me by Wax. This is a very much a feel-good song. It has a lot to do with compatriotism, brotherhood, filial love. It's the good shit, man. It's the shit that gets you right in the feels. This song, at least to me, feels very personal. You know, I have a friend who's like this, and it's outstanding. If you don't like rap, maybe this will help you like it a little more. That is it for Song Suggestion Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your suggestions down below in the comments section. If you would like to vote on which songs go in this damn video, get your ass on down to that link in the description. Pledge $5 or more a month on Patreon. If I could talk, I would be dangerous! Pledge $5 or more a month to me on Patreon. You can take part in that poll. You can also check out my merch store. There's a link down there for that. You can get some shirts, some mugs, some fucking weird shit. I don't even know everything that's on there, honestly. And you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter at Become the Night. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Rock on!